Social media and YouTube have brought us some of the worst behavior imaginable when it comes to service industry professionals like in restaurants and bars who are fed up with some bad-ass customers. In some cases, individual employees get back at customers like this woman in 2017, wait for it, who took a wiener and stuffed it in her vagina and then placed it back on a bun and served it to a customer. There is also video of employees spitting in food, stirring tea or lemonade with their hands. What in some cases pushed these workers this far, or is it just nastiness? Joining us now to talk about this sensitive issue is Shelby Johnson, the general manager at Live Oak Bar and Grill. Also Crystal Henderson, an attorney and the owner of Bar 2200. Now, when you see that stuff, that should give you chills. Obviously, that doesn't happen at your business.
Not at all.
So, are there bad customers out there that would just push employees of a restaurant or a bar to their limit where they've just had enough? Shelby, let's begin with you.
I think with some instances, there are some people that come in and they get to the point where they aren't unsatisfied with either the service or the food, or, maybe they've had a bad day and, that instance that they had just decided to take it out on the waitress or the establishment of that nature. So, I've definitely come across some people that, have had some bad days and, made it a little rough on us. But I think at the end of the day, if you're nice to people and you smile, it's kind of really hard to, be upset and be angry and ruly with people if they're, you're smiling in their face. So.
And Crystal, how do you keep your employees calm once they encounter this customer who's like a very mean person, a person who is demanding, a person who has gone too far as a customer? Obviously, a lot of people say the customer is always right, but that ain't the damn case.
No, it isn't. One of the things I think that's really, really important with having employees is to have the backing there to where you give them incentives to do things. So I feel like if you have a good business structure where you have employees and they're able to take pride in them because they love the business that they work for, then I think they put forth that extra effort not to do, retaliate back, from the person being mean, saying, harmful things. And I think that also goes in training, how you deal with people and their attitudes and how you would interact with someone that's being, obnoxious, rude, saying crazy things to you. Just, I think it goes with training.
Shelby, not that it will happen at your business, but what advice would you give to customers to keep from being victimized by those who may work in the service industry? Now, we know it happens. We've seen video, we've seen surveillance, we know it happens. But what would you tell a customer to make sure they're not victimized by this waiter or waitress?
I think just to have some understanding. There's a lot of different working parts when it comes to a restaurant, and the customer always doesn't see that, one thing may go wrong, but it may be several people that had something to do with it. And even though this one person is the face that you see, it might not necessarily be the person that, you should be upset with. So, have some understanding and be patient and just kind of work with, the employee and the management to try to get your issue resolved as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm. And would you give the same advice, Crystal, in the last 30 seconds?
A little bit more, just humanize the situation. Many people go through things, you don't know what they're going through. So it's just kind of like taking the time to kind of explain, okay, this is what happened. I'm sorry that this happened. Thank you for coming to my establishment. Won't happen again. Thank you for voicing whatever happened. And talk to your employees. They're there every day. So they would know firsthand, whatever's going on and how to deal with it.
All right. Crystal and Shelby, thank you guys for coming on The Fact.